Lie to me, baby. Yo, what if I told you my love language is pessimism and lying? Pessimism and lying. But hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. And right before I left, I said pessimism and lying. Those are two of my love languages. You just saw me do my little 10 push-ups, right? I know that some of us are optimistic. I'm not saying it's bad. Let me just be clear. We may look at, just being grateful for the things that we do have. My glass is half full, or I actually have a glass, right? But sometimes I like to be pessimistic. It works for me, right? So when I had to do those 10 push-ups real quick, when I actually did it mentally, I didn't say I have 10 push-ups. 1, 2, I did the opposite. Like I got, 10 more push-ups to go. 10, 9, 8. I actually did a countdown because I know for me, the way my brain works, sometimes I gotta trick it. So I want y'all to just lie, be pessimistic, whatever it takes, whatever strategy works for you to achieve what you want to achieve, to be successful. Sometimes we got to use that reverse psychology. I remember when I was on one of my first initial fitness journeys, right? And I was doing way more running than I'm doing now. Now, I'm running every single day. Today is 375, but I'm only running at, the minimum a mile a day. But, back in the day, I was running like 2 or 3 miles, sometimes 5 miles. And, I posted my miles. And I remember one of my frat brothers said, oh man, the winter's coming. He's like, oh, you about to fall off. When that temperature drop, I'm not gonna be seeing that rise and grind anymore. So I'm like, oh, bet, I kid you not, like that motivated me beyond whatever. It's like, I remember putting on my thermals when it got cold enough. I'm still a Florida boy living in Atlanta, but when it got into the 20s and whatnot, I put on my thermals, all that other stuff. I was wrapped up, but best believe I was out there getting it just because I was told that I was gonna fall off. And I could even say this, I actually lost more weight in the winter because I was so motivated. I don't know whether it was a doubt, but whatever it was, that reverse psychology, it works. And how reverse psychology actually works, basically somebody tries to pressure you into doing something, to act a certain way, but you wanna have that freedom, you wanna have that control, that authority, so you want to do the opposite. I remember even just this past weekend, somebody was talking about how good their pound cake was. Well, I said, I bet you that pound cake is just nasty and dry. And she looked at me chuckling. She's like, I know that's like reverse psychology. Me trying to get her to flip it. I remember another time with my phone bill. My phone bill was high and there was some issue, and I called, and the person I spoke with, they said that, they couldn't credit back my account for whatever charge there was. So I hit him with the reverse psychology. I said, I was very respectful. I said, I understand, sir. Well, could you please connect me to somebody who has the authority to make that change? And I think that just pressed the button, before I could even really think about it. He was just like, oh, sir, no, I have the authority. As a matter of fact, I just gave you a $70 credit. I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I had to hit him with that reverse psychology, man. But remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker, right? So just to share a few things, check it out. Light bulb, phonograph, which a device used to record and play sounds, right? Kinetograph, which is like a basic motion picture camera, an alkaline battery, a microphone, a telegraph. Why am I naming these random things? They all are products of one individual, one of the greatest inventors, of all times, Thomas Edison. But I read this story a while back and it came up somewhere on social media. So let me tell you a story about Thomas Edison. When he was young, right? He came home from school and he had a letter from his teacher that he was told he couldn't read. It was for his mother's eyes only. So he gave it to his mom. His mom opened up that letter and immediately she started to have tears in her eyes that started to go down her cheek. And, young Thomas Edison was like, Mom, like, what's going on? And the mom, kind of took up her tears. She was like, I'm just so proud. This letter says that you're a genius. You're a genius. You're just so intelligent. And the letter from the school says that our school is too small for you. Our teachers are not good enough. They're not trained good enough to teach you. So you would probably come out better if you stay at home and have your mom teach you. So the mom did just that. She taught young Thomas Edison, all his subjects and what he needed. And eventually, his mother, she unfortunately, she passed away, as years gone by, but she was teaching him at home. So Thomas Edison now is older. He just happened to be going through some keepsakes he had from his mom. And guess what he found? He found that letter, that was sent home, and he opened it up. And then he started to have tears in his eyes because as he read that letter, there were some words that really stood out. It said that he had a mental deficiency and he was expelled out of the school. So it said that he had a mental deficiency and was expelled out of school. But what ended up happening, he did go on to become one of the top inventors of all time. And that all goes back to lie to me, baby. Hey, I'm not trying to encourage us to be dishonest, but his mother understood. She understood her assignment. She understood that reverse psychology. She understood that telling him the exact truth in that moment would not have led to where he, to the level of success. And she wanted the best for her baby, for her child, just like we want the best for ourselves. So, hey, if we gotta lie to me, baby, if we gotta be pessimistic, whatever it is that we need to do in order for us to accomplish what we need to accomplish, let's go ahead and do it. If we gotta lie, use reverse psychology. If we gotta be pessimistic and count down on those sets, on them push-ups, or whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, let's do what it needs to get done.